Today, we are at Rainforest Cafe, and for those of you who have been to a Rainforest Cafe before, you have not been to one as cool as this one, because it's at Animal Kingdom at Disney. And just look at the facade. That says it all. And there's a lot of theming cues you can take in here. Look at the way that they did the gift store. It's pretty cool. And golly, do they have a lot of vines. But this one's by far the best one of any rainforest that was ever built. Look how they did the enclave, or whatever you want to call it, for more retail. Everything's themed. The trees. Look at that. They made like little indentions up there to put more retail. Look over there. They made shelves out of rock. None of this is actually hard to do. And this is very plastic, so this is all foam, hard coated. People don't, and then look in the back, it's just painted. The whole place is programmed to put on shows. Look at that, this retail store opens back up to the outside, where there's waterfalls. And they have some really cool aquariums here. Rainforest Cafe was a restaurant that was trying to become like in every single city in America. And they realized, nah, it probably only works best in big tourist towns. And most of them closed. And I know this because I got some of the animations out of a lot of the ones that did close. There's animated elephants. Look at that aquarium right there where the fish can swim. An aquarium like that is several $100,000. These animations were purchased back in the late 1990s, I believe. They're fairly basic, and I think they ran about $25,000 to $50,000. Even the bathrooms are themed and painted. Look at that waterfall. That is super nice. In a restaurant, no less. I'm sure the people who sit next to it get splashed with water. Let's check that waterfall out. Themed restroom signs. And look at the bamboo. That is a nice little theming cue, and then the rest is painted like a rainforest. The ceiling is painted. Very nicely done. Now, when I say how much those elephants and gorillas and all that stuff cost, that was like back when they bought them in the 1990s. Because I guarantee you every one of these animations is from the 1990s. Take it to the bank. Or it was the early 2000s. It's one or the other. But what's the difference? They're really old. Look at that tiger there, doesn't even have his teeth anymore. He's a toothless tiger. These are all very, very, very basic animations. And this right here is a big lighting sequence for when there is a tropical storm. Now, I haven't been in a Rainforest Cafe in probably 10 years. It has not changed. There's a monkey swinging up there. And they should have an alligator in here somewhere, because I have an alligator out of a Rainforest Cafe. And I have one of those elephants as well. That's where the elephant came from Rainforest Cafe. But they have not changed. I like how they have that table and chairs in the corner underneath the rock formations, and there's the gorillas. Those gorillas cost about $25,000. Now, these are very basic animations compared to what you would buy today, and they would cost a lot more, obviously. And there's a cheetah. He's wagging his tail. And I have a cheetah as well. It's in the darkness, haunted house. And guess what? I got it from Rainforest Cafe. You know, you got to be an opportunist to land some of these deals. You got to always be like, you know, on the prowl. But there's a lot of nice theming in here. Look at that aquarium. I can tell you that aquarium isn't really that much. It's actually probably just fiberglass in the back with acrylic in the front. It's probably $20,000, $25,000. But then that formation behind it, that's probably as much as the aquarium. Those people charge a lot of money. And look at this. An old boa constrictor. He's barely moving. He's hanging on by a thread. These animations are very, very old. Let's check out this monkey. This monkey's set up over here. There's a cheetah up in the trees. There's a planet up there. And look at the mushroom bar. Now this same company, they also own another franchise called T-Rex. And they pretty much did the same thing at T-Rex. You know, they built a main bar with some kind of sort of big thing, you know, like above it. And, you know, I don't see the alligator. Don't know where he is. Because every rainforest has one. Or at least they used to. But I don't see one here. But that's where I got my alligator. It was from a closed down Rainforest Cafe. Yeah, a lot of these closed. And I doubt they open any new ones anymore, but I could be wrong. Maybe they put one in Dubai or something like that. But as far as the United States, they're pretty much in the tourist towns like Niagara Falls. That's where the Planet Hollywoods are too now, because that was another franchise that tried to go global and it didn't work. This is what I mean about it being the coolest one in the United States. See, there's the alligator. They're saying there should be an alligator inside, but there's not. Look at that waterfall. I mean, you're talking about millions of dollars was spent on this particular one. And here's an alligator. He's not animated, but he's here. And this particular rainforest extends outside. Something none of the other ones that I've ever seen do. And that's why, by far and away, this is the best one. And that is a really beautiful outdoor bar. All themed in timber and corrugated steel, cargo netting. I bet you at one point that animated alligator was out here and it got destroyed because it sits in water. And they just said, heck with that, let's just get this thing. And that's where the alligator went. The alligator is probably not here because it was destroyed. From sitting in water for that long, that's what happens. Look at this rainforest. Look how beautiful this is. And running water is so soothing. But there you go. We're gonna go to some other themed restaurants and check out the theming. Look at that little frog. Just kind of hanging out. And there you go. And look, they have a second python. And you know what? They probably have a second python. Same reason. When some of the other ones closed, we said, hey, take that one over to the other place. Pretty rudimentary animation that haunted house vendors in the haunted house industry could make a much better version. Well, there you go. And look, a photo booth. This is something I think a lot of haunted houses probably should add if they get a chance. But every one of you, every haunt in America should be adding themed retail at the end. And what do we got here? We got mugs, bracelets, shot glasses, and plushes. Lots and lots of plushes. And you know, I'll tell you something, that was like pretty much like one of our best sellers was plushes. Horror plushes, of course. Well, pins, themed pins, there you go. Well, until next time, like and subscribe to the channel because we're gonna visit many more themed locations across the country. And look at that butterfly. Oh, he's just flapping his wings up there. Till next time, everybody. Pleasant screams.